So here we are with one of my more common drilling platforms. This is a 4 drill setup that's narrow enough to fit all the way through. It's not quite fully armored, so I'll deal with armoring it later, but I did want to show how to use conveyors to provide automatic ejection of materials. So I'm going to end up robbing some parts probably from some mining rigs that I managed to recover while I was out playing earlier. Oh, look at that, some stone. And I'm also going to make an automatic collection spot on my refinery. So in order to facilitate this, you have to have exposed exit points on your drills, and I have a few options on where to put this, but instead of putting it in the middle, which is what I was thinking about earlier, which would interfere with my already limited view, I'm going to go ahead and try and put them on the sides so that they're not as much in the way. First block you'll need to pull it out is a conveyor. So you need a conveyor on each drill. And then in the interest of trying to get that out of my way, I think I'm going to actually pipe those back behind my thrusters here. Conveniently enough, there is a conveyor tube mechanism now. It takes a lot of glass, but it gives it a nice look, I think. Oh, looks like we've got a corner there to negotiate. So every time you've got a corner, you can use conveyors to navigate that corner. And this is actually rather an experiment to make sure that this will all work, so if it doesn't work out, I'm going to reclassify this as an experiment. But I think from my practice earlier, this should work just fine. Oh, no bulletproof glass for the smaller conveyor tubes, apparently, because there's no glass window. Look at that. And we'll need some large steel tube for the conveyors, though, that I don't have enough of. I'll actually get some of that cooking if I don't already have some over here. That should be plenty. Notice that the lights lit up on the conveyor tube once it was connected to the conveyor system, so. Something I noticed on this that was different between small ship and large ship conveyor tubes. Large ship conveyor tubes, if I remember right, will not bond to the side, but it looks like you can bond things to the side of the small ship conveyor tubes. Short on motors there. I want the ejection points to be consolidated because I found that it makes it a lot easier to deal with basically the whole ejection process. If they're all pointed in the same direction, you can turn them all on and not have to worry about it. The reason I'm putting a solid set of conveyors here is because this is where I'm going to put my ports, which is going to let me eject the ore. And you can see there's only one point on the ports that can, or sorry, connectors that can intersect with the rest of the system. In hindsight, I realized that there are a few places that I could have skimped on parts and made this a little more efficient as far as materials go, because I didn't necessarily have to have two paths to the top, for example. I could have centered this and then went up only one side of the large thruster in the back. But I like my symmetry. Plus it gives me a little bit of redundancy. If for some reason I bang it up a little bit when I'm down in the mine shaft, I can come back out and unload and then deal with the problem. Alright, so the drill is now complete, aside from detector components, which apparently I don't have enough materials to make, and I can't figure out which of these useful ships here might have enough for me to build it. It seems to take platinum, and I'm not sure how to get that. Oops, I missed a spot. Always good to look over your work. Now that everything's linked up, I need to armor it up a little bit before I can take it down in the hole, so I'll have to continue with that. And see you on the flip side. Finally managed to finish most of the shell here. I'm just welding up the last little bits. I've left the new armor pieces gray so you can clearly see the difference. And then I'll go paint them all. Oh, looks like I'm out of steel plate again. Takes a lot of steel plate to deck this thing out in heavy armor. But it's really helpful when you're down in the mines. You don't have pieces breaking off. So the new design has a completely cased in back end here, and the value of that is, again, bouncing around in the mine. You don't want to have important valuables breaking off. Just like thrusters, you just keep the area directly outside of the connector open and it'll be able to throw stuff out. And I think we're ready to go for a trip. I did manage to find some reactor components in my inventory, which allowed me to recycle those and build detector components. So I actually have a detector and we need to go get some materials. So back again, I got this drill parked, just trying to gather the parts that I need to build my collector. Alright, got the parts. Now I need a conveyor to connect it to. I actually assume that I need the conveyor. I'm not certain that that's a necessary part. But it'll give me the space that I need to be able to build a hopper on top of all this. And to show you, the only door on the collector is the same concept. It's on the bottom. More steel plate. Generally like to have an actual hopper on there, but I just simply don't have the materials yet, so I'm going to go ahead and unpark this thing. Get it off the ground. That should all fall in there. Find out real quick if I miss with anything. I just heard the refinery start up there faintly. At this point it's emptying... Oh, it's emptying all the stone that was stuck in the connectors. Oh, so it pulls 100 at a time and then ejects it all. That's how that works. It's good to see that in clear demonstration. So the more connectors you have, the faster it will empty. So far I've been following the trend of 1 per drill, but I think I might want to increase that flow. I've got room to put additional connectors in this top section here if I want. And that would increase my ability to unload quickly, which is very important. And here we go. The refinery's filling up good and quick. If I want to reorder these, I can. It automatically stacks the materials. So if I want stone go last, I can just move it down, and it's not going to try and shove stone in front anymore. And since the assembler is running, it's pulling this in and making plenty of additional steel plate and all these other parts that I'll need later. So once the conveyor system is active, it will pull the materials in, but it only pulls them on demand instead of continuously dumping into the assembler. I think I like that because I think that means you can also have a connected, super large container like the container ships there and have them all flow through. We'll experiment more with that later. But there's your demonstration. The conveyor, collector, the connector, the conveyor tube, and how to hook it all up to a drill rig. Worth noting, I went ahead and took a look in the inventory here. The collector has an intake capacity of more than the refiner. Unfortunately, I'm running on 10x, so I guess that would be 6,250 liters versus the 4,000 liters that is normal for the refinery. So it gives you quite a bit of room to take some stuff in without having it, you know, spill as you're trying to deal with getting it all into the refinery and out of the drill. Of course, my drill didn't quite fill the refinery as it was processing all this, so it doesn't really matter for me. One last note as you're dealing with these components, it is very important to turn off the throw function of your collectors before you go drilling. Otherwise, when you finally hit the rocks, it'll just throw them all over the place, and you will not collect them. Not pretty. Well, that's why you need a hopper up there, because every now and then stuff spills over the side. I usually like making my hoppers out of heavy armor, mainly because the heavy armor lets you deal with accidental damage from thrusters and things like that, whereas the light armor doesn't take that very well. So I need 4 heavy armor slopes, and also I need 4 heavy armor inverted corners. And I'll need 1, well actually normally I would need 1 block to attach it to, but since I've got the beacon up there I won't need that. So while that's cranking along and making all the metal I need, I will check to see if this is done unloading. It is. We'll get this ship out of the way. As you're going around this to the right, you just pick the other kind of block, hit delete, and you're going to be in the right position to do this. Here I don't have to worry so much about the accuracy of my position or the scorching of the parts by my thrusters, either way. So throw, 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 throw. Now our rocks are bouncing along the edge and funneling right down into place and feeding our refinery. refinery stays nice and full, and now the hopper starts to collect, or the collector rather, starts to collect material.